Tutoriales de gramática.
Grammar tutorials.
Sonidos, letras y ortografía. 2. Las vocales y la acentuación gráfica.
Sounds, letters, and spelling. Part 2. Vowels and written accents. In this tutorial, we will examine how to pronounce vowels in Spanish, and we will also learn about the difference in pronunciation between stressed and unstressed syllables. In addition, we will see when Spanish requires a written accent to indicate which syllable is stressed in a word. What are vowels? Vowels are the sounds
A, E, I, O, U.
In Spanish, vowels are divided into two groups, according to how open the mouth is when they are pronounced. A, E, and O are open vowels.
A, E, O.
And I and U are closed vowels.
I, U.
Basic vowels. In Spanish, there are 5 basic vowel sounds.
A, E, I, O, U.
Vowel sounds in Spanish are relatively constant. They are always pronounced A, E, I, O, U. In English, remember that the sound of a vowel can vary a lot according to the context. For example, the letter E can be pronounced in very different ways. E does not sound the same in the word help as it does in the word hero. In English, the way a vowel is pronounced is different if it's in a stressed or an unstressed syllable. Please note how the second A in the word mathematics sounds different than the second A of the word mathematician. In Spanish, on the other hand, it makes no difference if a vowel happens to be in a stressed syllable that receives the emphasis in the word,
Sábado, mesa, libro, 11, 1.
or in an unstressed syllable that receives no special emphasis.
Adiós, estudiar, imagen, tomate, universidad.
Compound vowels. Diphthongs and triphthongs. Diphthongs are compound vowels. Diphthongs have 2 vowels in a row that are pronounced in quick succession and sound like one new vowel. A vowel that is a little longer than usual and sounds different at the end than it does at the beginning. Please listen to the difference between
P,
and.
pie.
In pie, the second word, the sounds I and E fuse together into one sound, the diphthong ye. Diphthongs are formed by combining 2 vowels, one that is considered strong, A, E, O, and one that is considered weak, I, U. You may have noticed that the strong vowels in a diphthong are the open ones, A, E, O, and the weak vowels in a diphthong are the closed ones, I and U. There are 2 possible sequences. 1. The strong vowel can come before the weak vowel, A, E, O, plus I, U.
Aire, 20. Hoy, Paula, Europa, estadounidense.
Or 2. The weak vowel can precede the strong vowel, I, U, plus A, E, O.
Lluvia, ciencia, camión, agua, huevo, ambiguo.
There is also a 3rd type of diphthong where a weak vowel is combined with another weak vowel, I, U, plus U, I.
Ciudad, cuidado.
Triphthongs are made up of 1 strong vowel and 2 weak vowels. This combination is not the most common one in Spanish, but some examples can be found in the words
Uruguay, wow, buey.
Triphthongs are common in present tense verb endings of vosotros, used in Spain, when the infinitive ends in iar, as in estudiar,
Estudiáis.
or when the infinitive ends in uar, as in actuar.
Actuáis.
When two vowels do not form a diphthong. In Spanish, when a, e, or o are next to each other, they do not form a diphthong and instead belong to two separate syllables.
Aéreo. A, e, re, o. Poema. Po, e, ma. Línea. Li, ne, a.
Likewise, when there is a combination of a strong vowel and a weak vowel, I, U, but the weak vowel receives the emphasis in the word, the weak vowel is assigned a written accent, and the two vowels do not form a diphthong.
País. Pa, is. Actúa. Ac-tu-a.
When accent marks are used. A syllable is the vowel or the cluster of vowels and surrounding consonants in a word that we pronounce as a unit. In every word that consists of more than one syllable, there is always one syllable that is emphasized or pronounced with more intensity than the others. That syllable is called the stressed syllable, and the other syllables are unstressed. For example, in English, in the verb present, meaning to give a presentation, we say the last syllable with more emphasis than the first one, since it is the stressed syllable. However, in the noun present, meaning the current moment, the opposite is true. The next to the last syllable is stressed. In longer words, the stressed syllable can be the third to the last syllable, as in the word photography. In Spanish, we classify words according to which of the syllables is stressed. There are words that are stressed on the last syllable, such as
Calor. Musical. Universidad.
There are words that are stressed on the second to the last syllable,
Mesa. Escuela. Mexicana.
and there are words stressed on the third to the last syllable.
Rápido. Histórico.
In Spanish, a written accent, called a tilde, is placed over the vowel in the stressed syllable. In this way, speakers always know how to pronounce a word, even if they've never heard it said aloud. In order to learn when a word requires a written accent, let's look at the two most common patterns of pronunciation in Spanish. Group 1. If the word ends in a vowel, N or S, the stressed syllable is usually the next to the last one.
Clase. Grupo. Estudian. Libros.
Group 2. If the word ends in a letter other than a vowel, N or S, the stressed syllable is usually the last one.
Legal. Arroz. Leer. Ciudad.
As a general rule, words that follow these two pronunciation patterns do not require a written accent. When a word does not follow the pronunciation pattern typical for its group, a written accent is required. For example, words that end in a vowel, N or S, need an accent mark when the next to the last syllable does not carry the spoken stress.
Café. Francés. Melón. Sábado. Página. México.
Likewise, words that end in a letter other than the vowel, N or S, also require a written accent when the last syllable is not the stressed syllable.
Lápiz. Dólar. Fácil. Júpiter. Déficit.
An exception to the rule about words ending in S are those that have a consonant directly before the S rather than a vowel. They work as if they did not end in S, but in a consonant other than S or N.
Robots. Bíceps.
How to use written accents in diphthongs. In diphthongs, the written accent always goes over the strong vowel, a, e, o.
Camión.
And in the case of diphthongs consisting of I and U, the written accent goes over the second of the two letters.
Lingüístico.
Remember that when there is a strong vowel together with a weak vowel, I, U, and the stress is on the weak vowel, a written accent on the weak vowel is required, and it is not considered a diphthong, but rather two separate syllables.
Tranvía. Tram-vi-a. Policía. Poli-ci-a. Tío. Ti-o.
Diacritical accents. The written accent mark can be used to distinguish words that are spelled in the exact same way but have different meanings. These are called diacritical accents. The words que, cuál, cuál es, quién, quién es, cómo, cuánto, cuánta, cuántos, cuántas, cuándo, dónde, and adónde carry a diacritical accent when they are used in questions or exclamations.
¿Dónde está Patricia? Pues donde está todos los jueves hasta ahora, en clase. ¿Y tú cómo estás? Yo como siempre, muy bien.
Other examples of the diacritical accent are
Té, té. ¿Te sirvo un poco de té? Mi. A mí me gusta mi casa. Él. Él tiene el libro.